Okay, so moving on to the Formula One regulations. First regulation states race must not take over 2 hours to complete. This simply is got their drivers' health and safety in mind. F1 cars do not have lights. That means it can be dangerous if there's no light on the track. So if you're racing at somewhere like Spa, it goes over the 2 hour period and leads into lack of sunlight, you are going to most likely have a lot of crashes, which no one wants. So that regulation just means if it goes over 2 hours, whoever's in first place will win. Whoever goes in second gets second, so on and so forth. Leads me nicely on to regulation number 2, which is the points. The FIA released that the winner of the race would get 25 points for a win, second place would get 18, and third place would get 15. This just means that you really want to win the race to get the full 25 points. I think that was demonstrated perfectly last year with Rosberg and Hamilton. There's 5 points between the two of them, but Nico Rosberg won it because he got the full 25 points compared to Hamilton, who only got 18, and there's a quite big mathematical difference in there. And I've also inserted a nice little picture for you to have a look where all the points go down to 10th place. Third point, we'll have the safety car. Safety car is the car that comes out. You'll most likely see it. Car comes out after a crash. The regulation states that it must come out after a crash that has got waved yellow flags. This simply means that there's like debris and everything on the track. So the safety car goes out, obviously, for safety of the drivers, so they can navigate the track easily. But this means that the rule leading on from this regulation would be that the cars cannot overtake another car whilst the safety car is out. So this just means that health and safety is maintained for not only the drivers but also the crew on the track that are clearing the debris that has been caused probably by the crash. Next, protective equipment. Just like every other sport, you'll probably have to wear protective equipment. But in Formula One, the regulation says that all drivers must wear stuff like helmets, gloves, fire suits, and neck braces. The main reasons for these are, again, health and safety. For example, if you're driving, your car gets flipped over, you want that neck brace to make sure you do not do anything to your head or neck. Hence why you got the helmet as well. And you got a fire suit for simple things, so like petrol fire. You will not get burned as bad. Just like everything, there is always a risk that it could happen. So there's always the possibility you will get sunburns if you are involved in a fire. Next two, we've got tyres. All drivers are given a maximum of 12 sets of a race weekend. All of them are provided by Pirelli tyres, and Pirelli tyres have been approved by the FIA, which means that it's kind of like mandatory that all the teams have the same one, because that means that no one's got an unfair advantage on anyone else. And also with the tyres, they must be the correct weight ratio, like weight, tread depth, and height ratio. So, for example, here you'll be able to read this. I'll leave this in for you, but it says here that for an average dry front tire, it must have a ratio of a radius of 13, a height of 270 to 55 millimeters in height and width. So that just means, again, the regulation means that everyone's got the same. No one, again, will have the unfair advantage, or no one will be dropped back because they do not have the same set of tyres. And lastly, race length. The total distance of a track must not exceed over 305 kilometres. Once they go over the barrier, that means that the set laps of the race will be set. So I believe in some races like the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in Dubai, they've got a set, I think it's 55 laps. So that's the maximum set, because that means an F1 car has gone around that track 55 times and met the 305 kilometre distance maximum. And that's that's a regulation which happens all over the world, really, for every track that the FIA decided they want to have a race in. So those were the rules and regulations for Formula One. I will keep doing videos for down below for the skeleton, which should be a bit of fun.